Members, please give your attention to Speaker Rendon from the Speaker's desk in the rear of the chamber. Speaker Rendon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. Members, it's always an honor to be presenting someone with a resolution upon their retirement, but today it is an absolute must. We all know and appreciate and love Dave Lowe very much. Dave started his career organizing one-room schoolhouses on the California frontier in 1860-something. He's been the executive director of the California School Employees Association for how long? For 8 years. Oh, way longer than that. That's a complete lie. And we know all of the great work that he's done for this state, for workers in this state. We know that kids won't learn much without teachers, but we also know that in order to run schools, you need workers and all the workers that CSEA represents. Dave was just talking to me right now about his retirement, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. On his last day, he has meetings scheduled well into the evening. Recently, Dave and CSEA raised $250,000 for wildfire victims in Paradise. So Dave's work, Dave's commitment to this state is something that we know we are going to miss inside of the building, but we know that his efforts will continue outside the building. Thank you, Dave Lowe, for all you've done.
Members, I would like to acknowledge Assemblymember Bonta, who would like to speak on this retirement.
Thank you, members, for the opportunity to say a few words about the amazing Dave Lowe on the occasion of his imminent retirement. And want to say congratulations on behalf of the API caucus, as well as thank you for your tremendous service to California. On behalf of our API caucus and API caucus members, I just want to say thank you for all you've done to help us get here, help us stay here, help us thrive while we're here. You've been a true partner and a true friend, and for that we want to say to you, Dave, thank you. On a personal note, I remember back in 2012 when I was running to serve in this body, I had a meeting set up with you, and I was like, this is the great Dave Lowe. I got to impress this man. And during that time, I set about to impress him with a couple of facts about my background that I thought would have resonance. So I told him that my parents were involved with the United Farm Workers of America and fought in one of the greatest labor movements in the history of California. And they were SEIU 1000 members, what is now SEIU 1000, for over 50 years combined. And I got a poker face. Didn't crack one smile, no reaction. So I went on to the second part of my game plan, which was to tell him that I'd be the first Filipino-American state legislator in the history of California if I won this race, and maybe that would impact him. But still, I got nothing. I got a poker face. And when I walked out of that meeting, I said, yikes, Dave Lowe hates me. And fortunately, things changed. Dave was able to really fight for me to help get up here into the legislature and serve in this incredible body. And I later learned to know and to love that unmistakable, unique, and shall we say robust laugh that we're hearing now, that he's known for in the way that he enjoys life. Thank you, Dave, for all of your work for working people. You've changed lives for the better. You've changed the condition of working people. You've helped make sure people have living wages and fair and safe working conditions, health care, and retirement security. One of the things I think is most important is the regard that your colleagues hold you in as chair of the Labor Coalition. I think what your peers think of you is always a great sign of how impactful you are. So I want to say that we'll miss you dearly. We wish you and Francis all the best. Thank you, Francis, for sharing Dave with us. And thank you for all the advice you've given us along the way. All the best on your new adventures and your new chapters in life, Dave.
Thank you, Assemblymember Bonta. Assemblymember O'Donnell, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to stand with my colleagues today to recognize the work and mission of Dave Lowe. Dave is always the coolest and smartest guy in the room, as noted by his often stylish ponytail, which he's not sporting today. but you're one of the few people I know that can still pull that off, and you do it well. School workers, really what I call educators, because when you're at a school site, you are an educator, across the state are indebted to Dave for advocating for them at the Sacramento level for sure. When people think of schools, they typically think of students and teachers, but Dave's the voice of those non-teaching staff who make schools function. So I join my colleagues in thanking you for your dedication, skill, and advancement of education workers in California. And for sure, we will miss your wit and dedication, but certainly we will mostly miss your laugh. I love your laugh.